Thank you, YouTube, for joining me. Here we go. We're going to start in just a second. Whoa, turn down the feedback. All right, here we're going to go right up here. Play the intro right now. Thanks. Title of this episode, Secret Agent Bird. The Joyful Yooper presents Blue Collar Camo, a blue collar outdoor podcast focusing on hunting, fishing, and everything outdoors without breaking the bank. Join the discussion, share your thoughts, and thank you for listening to Blue Collar Camo. That's right, Secret Agent Bird, title of this episode. Thank you so much for joining me on Blue Collar Camo. I am your host, the Joyful Yooper. Man, it's been such an interesting week again, man. It's just all sorts of interesting weeks. I've been really busy lining up new podcast guests. Potentially working on getting a taxidermist. We got a conservation officer pretty much all lined up. Hint, hint. All right, so working on that. Who else? Got to make a few more phone calls. I'm not going to give them away just yet, but be prepared if I've talked to you in the past. Gina, I'm going to be calling you very soon. So that's what to expect coming soon. Let's jump right into it. Man, have you ever been crow hunting? Crow hunting? I mean, so August 1st through September 30th here in Michigan, and February 1st through March 31st is crow season. That's right, I said it, crow. Not to be confused with eating crow, which also known as humble pie, which is actually a dish as well, but I don't know if I want to try it. So let's get right into crow recipes because I definitely want to try this. If I can get a crow between now and March 31st, I'm trying some of these recipes. They say you can do duck. Anything you can do with duck, you can do with a crow. So, you get your roast duck, honey roasted duck. So you got, roasted crow. There's blackbird pie. I've heard of that. Honey roasted crow. Yeah, try it. If you hear my hound dog in the background, that's right. I got a red bone hound who really loves hunting for crumbs in the couch. That's about all he hunts. I don't know if he I got him from the rescue shelter. He was a few years old. His name is Chevy. I'm sure you'll hear him on my podcast from time to time. But yeah, crow. Now I'm thinking a nice, crusted crow, maybe a little panko, little crow cutlet, if you will. Maybe a little, Chick-fil-A sandwich, or maybe a crow fillet sandwich. I don't know. Let's see what's going on. If I get a crow, I'm going to bring you along and let you know what to do with it. But, man, I tell you, I'm excited to try it. A lot of people are like, oh my God, you're going to eat crow? Do you know what they eat? It's like, do you know what pigs eat? Do you know what bears eat? They eat everything, right? Chickens? I've seen chickens eat other chicken. So, I mean, it's what happens. I mean, I've seen deer eat animal fat. It's all about calories, man. All about calories. So, I'm excited to try it. A little people are a little standoffish about it, but I'm excited to try some crow. I put this on my my Facebook page, and some people were like, "Meh," a little squeamish. Other people were like, "How can you eat crow? That's evil. They will get you." Yeah, I hunt in the woods. You know, I hunt with the appropriate firearms and I hunt with the appropriate hunting devices. I think I will take my chances in the woods. It's okay. On to what the DNR is saying. So we talked about last week the Deer Management Initiative. I haven't heard anything back about my application on that. DNR is coming out. Hey, it's going to be spring turkey season before you know it. And I don't know if we have any 2024 regulations on that so far. Oh, here I'm just pulling it up here. Yeah. Hey, go to the DNR website, michigan.gov/DNR. Look at where their spring turkey regulations. Okay. The application period is over. Okay. Application period January 1st to February 1st for your spring turkey. However, I believe you can buy these over the counter if you did not qualify for the spring turkey, if you did not get the application. But hold on, let me verify this real quick. No, I went turkey hunting last year one time, and the my neighbor was kind of, well, he was not very nice. You know who you are. I had a nice group of turkeys coming over from his field, and he took his four-wheeler, chased all the birds back on his property, across the road, and yeah, no. And then I had nothing coming in, and I was so irritated, and that's been it's been frustrating. But this year, spring turkey, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so hunt 0234. Okay, hunt 0234. Hunt, it is a statewide, Michigan-wide, guaranteed spring turkey license that does not require an application in the drawing. So if you are not successful in your spring turkey application, you can still buy them over the counter. Okay, so Upper Peninsula is Unit M, which is the best. I share the name Mike, but anyway, just remember Mike hunts in the best spots. All right, so Unit M for the Upper Peninsula. So even if you do not get the spring application, you can still buy your license. So the only difference is the hunt date. Okay, so if you get it early, if you get your application, you can hunt a few days, I think up to a week early. All right, so more animals in the news. All right, so there was this bear, okay, down in Traverse City. I'm pulling this from the AP News. Traverse City, Michigan. A 350-pound black bear that perched for hours in a tree during Mother's Day was killed by a hunter. And people are upset about it. Okay, so down in Traverse City, there's this bear that went up a tree. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, there's a bear in the tree. Because that's where bears go. And they're like, oh, it was a Mother's Day miracle. They got to see wildlife in its finest. So the wildlife authorities relocated this bear into in the woods, away from the city. A few months later, the bear was killed by legal hunting. By legal hunting, legal hunters. It says we have during the bear season, right? So it was during bear season the bear was killed, and people are very upset because they're like, this is a direct quote from this Ashley Walter, okay, from AP News. It says, it makes me sad because I was just envisioning it living peacefully in the forest somewhere, thriving as a bear does. Okay, Ashley. Your bear eats fawns. Your bear, your 350-pound bear, eats baby deer. And lots of other things. But baby deer, did they just gobble them up, right? Just envisioning it thriving by eating more baby deer. So you can rest assured, Ashley, that bear will no longer be eating baby deer. Okay? And I'm sure the hunter who harvested this bear illegally, that said it was a legal harvest, was like, oh my gosh, a 350-pound bear. Yeah, I'm going to take that. Which is good for them. Everybody is harvesting animals to, within the well-regulated, science-based, regulations. Okay, so that's good for them. All right, so we have a bear that was killed during hunting season. People are throwing a fit. That never happens. Ever. Okay, so this next story that I found in the news is just, I'm going to save it to the end. Let's talk about bargains. Okay, let's talk about bargains. So I got some broadheads. Yes, we're going broadheads. Next week will be something else. But broadheads, okay? So I got these Trophy Maker. They're a Shuttle T-Lock Maverick broadhead, 100 grains. Right? Stainless steel. These blades are locked in place. Okay, so this is a fixed blade. This is scalpel sharp blade sliced through hide and heavy muscle. The trophytaker.com. You can find these. But we're going to try these out too. I'm thinking, so these have got 4 blades on them. 4 individual blades, which are all locked in place. So it's got a really nice cutting diameter. And we're going to try these out as well. Okay, so these normal price at my local Walmart, which is 45 miles away, not really local, for like $50. I got these for 17 something, I think. So if you're in the market for some broadheads, go see what they got left. I'm sure that it's picked clean, but you never know. Get some broadheads because now is the time to buy them. Now, not during archery season when the prices go up. Buy them now because if your arrow or your crossbow bolt go through the deer and you lose them, you're gonna feel just a little bit less sad than if you had just dropped, $60 on broadheads. Just a numbers game, right? You got $60 for a 3-pack of broadheads. You got $20. You got a $20 tip arrow. Depending on what you're paying for your bolts or arrows. I mean, broadhead crossbow bolts can go for like $10, $11 a piece. Then you got $30, and if you get a lighted knock, it's more, right? So you're flinging $40 easy, and that you might not recover. Okay, so buy your broadheads now, or your camo now, or your archery equipment now if you can find them on clearance. That way, if something happens and you lose them, you're not out a ton of money. All right, so for this next one, okay, listen, I am not a guitar player at all, but I'm gonna try. I learned this 6:30 just this morning just for this. So. All right, we're gonna go. Okay. I love the guitar. Yes. Good news. The pigeon. This is the headline. Okay, this is from UPI.com, and I've seen this on other places. February 2nd. A headline states pigeon freed in India after being cleared of spying for China. That's right. They thought the pigeon was a Chinese spy. A pigeon was released by police in India after being detained for 8 months earlier on suspicion of being a Chinese spy. Sorry, the pigeon was detained by police in Mumbai after it was found in May with 2 rings on its legs bearing Chinese script, and one of the rings was found to contain a microchip. So, are you ready? Oh, you gotta turn that one on. There it is. So this pigeon. Secret Agent Pigeon. International Pigeon Mystery. Seriously, I know that we're weird as people and that a lot of things have been going crazy. But a spy pigeon? Spy pigeons? No? Maybe this is not unheard of. But I don't know. I like just playing that riff too. Let's see this. Try this. All right, so spy pigeons in the news. All right, man. PETA got involved in this. The pigeon's release was welcomed by animal rights group PETA, the India chapter, which had campaigned for the bird to be freed. Free the pigeon. Do you know how many pigeons that I have on my street alone? Like in my neighborhood, I see thousands of them. Thousands of pigeons. Do you know how many pigeons you think are in New York? I can't even fathom. Pigeons. Okay. When I was in high school, I couldn't get noticed by a girl. How the heck does a pigeon get noticed by PETA? Really? I mean, come on. I mean, whatever. Okay, so I digress. But I don't understand it. Okay, so this pigeon was a suspected spy. I don't even know what to say to that. But it was free. It was cleared. The pigeon was cleared of all wrongdoing and was let go. which, if I can do it, I'll do this right here. So we've got some crow recipes. Okay, get you a crow. Let me know if you ate it and how it tasted. All right, we're gonna see if we can do this one real quick. Why? Because whatever. So it's like, you know, the pigeon is singing "I'll Fly Away." I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. My poor wife is probably shaking her head in the living room, listening to me talk about a pigeon singing "I'll Fly Away." But of all the songs, that one fits the best. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to Blue Collar Camo. Join in next week. I'm sure there'll be something odd in the news. And I'll let you know about these guests coming up here. Now, let's see if we can play this outro real quick. And I hope that you had just as much fun listening and probably making fun of my guitar playing and singing as I did making this podcast. I hope you do well. And as always, be blessed. Tune in next week. Like, subscribe, comment. Find the podcast on anywhere you can find your podcast. iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Spotify, and wherever else you want to listen to, okay? So, like, subscribe, comment. If you want to be a guest, let me know. We'll talk. So, we're going to play this outro real quick. If I can, according to my computer. Until then. Oh, wait. What? Wait, hold on. Oh, there it is. Ready? Maybe. Blue Collar Camo. Thanks for watching. Thank you for listening to this week's episode. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, leave us a review, and tune in next week for more. Thanks for watching, YouTube. I really appreciate it, and be blessed.